She's a senior PNM member and MP for Port of Spain South since 2007. But by the next election cycle, just 3 years later, Marlene McDonald found herself embroiled in controversy with allegations of corruption being made against her. In March 2018, Prime Minister Keith Rowley announced his third attempt at placing Marlene in his cabinet. And as of today, she's been arrested on allegations of corruption. So how did we get to this point, and what's so special about Marlene McDonald? Here are 10 facts you need to know. Fact 1. In May 2010, just days before the general election, a check in the amount of $375,000 was issued to Calabar Foundation by the Ministry of Community Development, which was headed by Marlene McDonald. It was later revealed that Marlene's common-law husband, Michael Carew, was a director of the foundation. Fact 2. The thing is, when the check was issued in May 2010, the Calabar Foundation did not exist legally at the time. It was only registered in August 2010. Here's a copy of the check. One of the signatures, the one on the right, is that of Hermia Coffey, who was the permanent secretary in the Community Development Ministry. Hermia is also the wife of Maxi Coffey, MP for La Hokata Talparo. Interestingly, Marlene was just appointed Minister of Public Administration and Communication, Maxi Coffey's portfolio. Fact 3. The Calabar Foundation's registration documents had 3 names, including Marlene's common-law husband Michael Carew and his brother Lennox Carew. The Carew brothers both worked at Marlene's constituency office and commanded high salaries of over $10,000 per month. Fact 4. The matter involving the payment to Calabar Foundation and the employment of relatives at her constituency office came to a head in 2016 when police launched a criminal probe into allegations of fraud and misconduct leveled against Marlene McDonald.
This morning I saw what appears to be new information. If the facts bear out what is there, and I have to take action, then I will.
Less than 24 hours after Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley gave this assurance, Marlene McDonald was relieved of her duties as Housing Minister. New evidence that she employed her common-law husband in her constituency office forced her dismissal.
Fact 5. After 16 months out of Keith Rowley's cabinet and seemingly out of favor with the Prime Minister, Marlene McDonald returned, this time appointed as Minister of Public Utilities. However, the criminal probe into fraud and misconduct by the police was still ongoing and remains so to this day.
Well-placed political and law enforcement sources tell us the probe will examine her conduct as the former Minister of Community Development under the former Patrick Manning regime, and to seek to determine whether hundreds of thousands of dollars in contracts given to the Calabar Foundation were above board or not.
Fact 6. Marlene's return, however, was short-lived, holding the post for less than 48 hours.
Ms. McDonald was sworn in as the Public Utilities Minister on June 30, 2017, only to be fired from the cabinet by the Prime Minister on July 1, 2017, due to the presence of one of her guests at her second swearing-in, Sealers contractor Cedric Burke.
His appearance sparked more than just raised eyebrows. He provoked alarm among security personnel.
The government's inability to properly respond to the threat of criminality in Trinidad and Tobago is because of a closeness and an association between government personnel and persons who engage in criminal conduct. And nothing that supports that is to be encouraged in any form or fashion.
Fact 7. Now, this special guest was reported to have been well known to the police. One newspaper reported that a viral YouTube video, which was produced locally, featured the lyrics "Big Up Chemist" and "Big Up Berkey."
Big up Chemist and big up Berkey. Boston, Spain, Trinidad, Gangster City. Transport Bushmaster, straight up.
So, when you see the headline, alleged gang leader attached to your name, and you say what to that?
Well, I say alleged is a word that you use plenty when you do when you want to keep yourself safe from lawsuits. That is the word to use, because then if you know something, you shouldn't say alleged.
I am not prepared to go into any debate with Mr. Burke or any citizen. I simply want to say to the national community that in treating with the matter of safety, security, crime and criminality, I hold the office of Chairman of the National Security Council. and I may have a little more information on these matters than any other citizen.
Fact 8. The rise and fall and now rise again of Marlene MacDonald came as a surprise to the nation.
The media did not get the opportunity to pose questions to either the Prime Minister or Minister MacDonald. Opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar said she had some questions of her own.
It's like a shotgun wedding. It's so bizarre, it's like a shotgun wedding. No explanation. They all go up to the President's house and everyone, not a word. Everybody's mom, no one would say a word. It's very bizarre. An explanation is forthcoming. What has changed? Has anything changed? I think the country deserves an answer to such a question.
Could the Prime Minister say whether he has received information from the Integrity Commission and or the fraud squad that Ms. MacDonald is no longer the subject of an investigation and has been cleared of all alleged wrongdoing and misconduct? Prime Minister.
Madam Speaker, the last time I checked, the responsibility for appointing any person to the Cabinet of Trinidad and Tobago lies with the Prime Minister. And I am not aware that it is circumscribed by any correspondence to or from the Integrity Commission.
Fact 9. Two political analysts, Winford James and Dr. Mukesh Bastew, agreed with Persad-Bissessar and noted that the Prime Minister failed to tell the country whether the issues which caused him to revoke her appointments on the last two occasions were resolved.
The Police Service's head of communications, Ellen Lewis, told CNC3 via message today that the inquiry is still ongoing.
Other commentators are questioning the Prime Minister's judgment in reappointing MacDonald at this time.
The return of Marlene MacDonald is a sign that he's finding difficulty to get talent into the cabinet.
Fact 10.
Folks, we're at number 10 Area Peter Road, St. Anne's, the registered address of the Calabar Foundation. Again, this is number 10 Area Peter Road, St. Anne's, the registered address of the Calabar Foundation, for which $375,000 of taxpayers' monies were given to refurbish. This is its state in 2018. Something is drastically wrong in Trinidad and Tobago.